It's estimated each year more than 60,000 Canadians flock to Florida.
I actually feel guilty that I'm here.
This group of women booked their trip to Fort Myers last October to visit their friend Susan.
I live here 6 months. This is my home, but I'm leaving April 2nd.
They say they're upset with the way President Trump is portraying them and their country.
Like, we don't want to be the 51st state, but we just want to be really good allies and things to go back to the way they were.
This video was from late March, and I hate to say it, but things aren't getting better. Tensions between Canada and the US have only gotten worse. DeSantis laughs at our boycott. Floridians tell Canadians to go home. This is not the kind of place snowbirds should be spending their winters. I just hope most of them made it back to Canada. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking in on the snowbird situation, not from the media's view, but from our own community. We've got updates straight from Canadians who are living through it. And before we dive in, thank you all for the incredible support. We just blew past 7,000 subscribers and are already closing in on 8,000. If you're new here and find this content valuable, hitting like and subscribe helps get our message out to more Canadians and allies. And make sure to stick around until the end. We've got a clip of a MAGA supporter who seriously regrets voting for Trump. It's one of those perfect before and after moments. You don't want to miss it. Let's get into it, starting with a reminder of what DeSantis had to say about our boycott.
We continue to set tourism records. 2024 saw more than 142 million visitors come to the state of Florida. This includes 3.3 million visitors from Canada. That's not much of a boycott in my book. Maybe they wanted to get a glimpse of what a Stanley Cup winning hockey team actually looks like.
You are a douchebag. That's right, a douchebag.
Look at that smug expression on DeSantis. Honestly, it's infuriating. He's out here bragging about 2024 tourism numbers. Like that means something, when he should be focused on what's happening right now in 2025. But that's the thing. It shows how little respect he has for Canadian tourists and snowbirds in his state. He's either in denial, in full damage control, or just that arrogant. Up next is a clip from a Canadian couple who were literally told to go home by Florida locals. And let's be real, it's pretty obvious what kind of voter said it.
As the snow begins to melt and the days get longer, many Canadians wintering in the U.S. are making plans to come home. For Mike and Marianne Jeffries, it's going to be a one-way ticket after they say what seemed like joking banter about Canada becoming the 51st state has morphed into visceral tensions between neighbors.
The language that's being touted around politically here is somewhat frightening, not just as Canadians, but for what you see happening in the community that you've come to love.
While they say some of their American friends are supportive of Canadians and apologetic about what's going on, it's getting harder and harder to ignore.
We had an incident here where we had a Canadian friend of ours who was attending one of the classes that we hold in our clubhouse, and somebody yelled out, "Go home, Canadian."
Jeffrey says this has all contributed to their decision not to return after they leave at the end of March, ending a 15-year tradition of coming each winter to Florida. It remains to be seen whether the estimated 1 million snowbirds in the U.S. will follow suit.
I can't speak for all 1 million snowbirds currently in the U.S., but it's clear that many are starting to head home. And we're seeing that firsthand from the stories shared in our comments. Before we get to those, I want to show you something else. Some of the responses we've received from MAGA supporters. Their attitude toward Canada says a lot, and it's worth putting on full display. First uneducated MAGA supporter says, "Please stay in Canada or go somewhere else. We have plenty of whining stuck-up elitists we have to tolerate." Okay, that's exactly what we are doing, which means that your restaurants, tourist attractions, hospitality business are not going to get our money. Did you think that far? And how the trickle-down effect actually works? I'm going to guess no. This critical and logical thinking isn't something that Trump supporters think about. Instead, they just repeat whatever DeSantis or Trump says. Let's move on to the next one. These next 4 screenshots are from our video on the tourism drop in Las Vegas and Palm Springs. I won't read them all out. You can pause and take a look, but the message is loud and clear. Go home. We don't need you. That's how some Americans really feel. And this isn't just 1 or 2 people. This reflects what tens of millions of Trump supporters think, not just about Canadians, but about all international tourists. They don't value us, and they don't want us. Meanwhile, U.S. media and businesses are scrambling to win us back. One resort is even handing out golf balls with a maple syrup bottle image on it, hoping that'll do the trick to get us back. If you haven't seen that, click the link in the top right. But here's the truth. No matter how hard they try, none of it matters if Americans themselves don't want us there. And personally, that's all I need to know. These next screenshots are from our own community, Canadians who've had enough of the 51st state talk, the annexation rhetoric, and everything that comes with Trump's following. Some of them have sold their U.S. homes. Others have cut ties completely. That's not just talk. That's action and facts. And I respect the hell out of it. Think about what that means. These snowbirds aren't just giving up vacation homes. Some relied on that property for income. Others spent half the year down south. But they've walked away, and with them goes a ton of money. Money that used to go to restaurants, golf courses, stores, and local businesses. That's not coming back anytime soon. And the US? They don't even realize it yet. Now, these last screenshots are from our own community. Canadians who flat out canceled their future trips and spending in the US. And we're not talking about a few bucks. Some of these folks were big spenders. That money is gone, and the US isn't getting it back. You won't see this in US media. They'll throw out vague estimates, but never real first-hand proof like this. These are just a few comments, but I could show you hundreds more. So next time a MAGA supporter says our boycott isn't doing anything, just know they're lying to themselves. Same as DeSantis, same as Trump. Every small decision not to cross that border or buy that product adds up. And the screenshots I just showed you, that's proof. Real people, real action. If this video gave you some perspective, hit like and subscribe. It helps get this message out to more Canadians and our allies. I'll end this video with a MAGA supporter learning the hard way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
This is how it went.
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming.
And this is how it's going.
So I admit, I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my bank account.
What y'all having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because that is far more interesting to me than whatever she talking about. Have the day you voted for, ma'am. Get your dancing shoes back out and get to stepping. Make America great again. One millionaire and billionaire at a time. He loves the poorly educated. His words, not mine. And this is the prime example of why. FAAFO. Have the day you voted for. And don't make me say it no more.